Hey, how's it going? Rich from Elk Endeavors. Hey, tonight I want to talk to you again about the mass traffic blueprint from 4%. And what I wanted to go through, if you didn't watch my video the other day to find out how to get the mass traffic blueprint and ultimately what the whole thing encompasses, please go back and watch the video, and I'll link it up in the cards over here, and you can go ahead back and check that video out before you move into this video. Regardless, you'll be able to understand what's going on in this video because I'll explain it really well, and then we'll move toward the downloading the mass traffic blueprint, which is a free complimentary blueprint, and then also how you go in and move into the course, which is a crash course on how to use the mass traffic blueprint. So it's a very important course. It's an amazing course that will teach you everything you need to know about all of this stuff. So if you look at all these different things here, we talked the other day about the traffic blueprint, right? And so there's three levels of traffic. Three modes of traffic, I would say. There's get, which means you're trying to get customers, you're trying to get traffic, and then you're looking at managing the traffic. How do you manage that traffic that you get in terms of leads, in terms of retargeting? And then how do you multiply the traffic? And that's really an important thing. You're multiplying traffic, and you're also multiplying money in this case, right? So once you get a customer, that customer becomes a customer for life, and then you're building with them your own company as well as possibly theirs, right? Depending on what your business is. So we'll go ahead and move back to the get part. But that's what I wanted to that's what I'm going to talk about tonight. So the get part is this here. There's three levels of traffic. So we're gonna move on this one, and I'm gonna make it a little bigger here. So there's three levels of traffic, right? There's level 1, level two, and level 3. And these are, if you look here, these are what the descriptions are, right? So there's level 2, level 1, and level 3. Excuse me, level 1, level 2, level 3. And that's what I'm going to be talking about tonight. And all these things are aimed at getting traffic to your business, to your website, to whatever it is that you're trying to get traffic to. So what I want to do is really talk mostly about the level 1 traffic. And the reason I'm going to do this is because that's where I am in my journey. I'm still working out how to get fast results traffic, and which one's best, and how to effectively manage that traffic and help to build my business through that traffic. So that's really what I would say is right now is my current expertise. And I've really learned a lot about these things, and that's what I want to try to bring to you. The other things that I'll talk about are things that I've learned and I've come to know, but I'm not as good at those things as I am with fast results traffic. And again, everything I've learned and everything I'm going to talk to you about I've learned from 4%, and I learned from Vick. His name is Vick Strizheus. He's the founder and owner of 4%, and that's what I'm going to be talking about, the course. If you stay to the end, you'll hear about the course after you download the mass traffic blueprint. So the level 1 traffic, you have influencer traffic media, and what that is, if you've ever talked or ever heard about influencers, when you're talking about an influencer, you're talking about someone who's on Instagram, someone who's on Twitter, someone who's on Facebook, someone who's on YouTube, and ultimately they have built a following. So if you think about Kylie Jenner always comes up as someone who's built a following. And so she's got, let's say, 3 million, followers on Instagram. Your job, or the way that you can get traffic, is if you knew Kylie Jenner, you could go to her. Not even if you knew her, if you were able to spend the money to have her mention your product or mention your service or whatever it is you're trying to promote, if she's willing to mention those things, and it would be a hefty price for Kylie Jenner. You could get her to mention those things and pay whatever it is she's asking for you to pay, and ultimately you'll get the traffic because she's saying, hey, listen, followers, you're following me, this is something I believe in, something I want to tell you about, and then they send the person to you or to your business, and then you get that influence from Kylie Jenner, right? So you're sort of borrowing the market, borrowing the followers that she has created, for her own Instagram or whatever it is that she's on. So that's a way to look at influencer traffic media. And so I think Instagram certainly is right now the best one. Twitter is a good one. YouTube and Facebook are there, but I would say in terms of like the cut and dry what influencers do, Instagram is the way to go. So, and there are websites, and this is where Vic comes in with the course. There are websites you can go to that will tell you how to get to an influencer. So if you say you have a product and you want to promote it, you can go on different websites, different outlets, and say, listen, I have, you can write up a thing that says, I'm selling these jump ropes and I want to sell the jump ropes, and these are the jump ropes all about. And then that website will then go and look for influencers to then come back to you and offer you the ability to use their followership. So that's a way to do it. It's not a matter of like, you don't have to go out and try to, make contact with all these people and try to, woo them into helping you out. You can just go to a website and, and create an offer and see who picks it up. And that's an important way to go about it. All right, the next one is 24-hour traffic media. And when you're talking about 24-hour traffic media, you're really looking at a sense of email marketing. So when you're trying to email market, if you ever see, everyone's got an email, everyone gets emails from people. And so when you get if you go to Home Depot and you leave your email address to get your receipt, right? And then you start all of a sudden getting Home Depot advertisements. That's one way. It's not really what I'm talking about, but that's one way that email, customer service email works. That's the way when you get into having your own autoresponder, that's what you're talking about with that. 24-hour traffic media is more about getting an advertisement that it's not necessarily unsolicited, but it goes by what the person is interested in, right? So if I've put my name into a list with Home Depot, they might sell a list, or someone might sell a list to someone else that will say, this guy loves grills. He wants to buy a grill somehow. So, send an advertisement. So it's something that you may not have been solicited, but it's something you're interested in, right? So I'm not necessarily going to get an email from a person that is trying to sell mascara because I'm not interested in mascara, but I have just recently bought a grill. The internet knows that. I mean, everything is known about everyone. So you sort of have to get over that, especially if you're going to be in the internet world or in the online space. And you just have to know that, if I bought a grill at Home Depot, which I did, or maybe I bought it at Lowe's, I don't know. But eventually I'm going to start getting emails from someone about, grills or about grill covers or whatever else, would go with grill cover or with grills. All right, so then you have the social siphon media, and this is actually this is a pretty cool one. This is one where you can really be creative, and what I mean by that is that you can say if you're on Facebook and you've built a following on Facebook, you can. It's a little bit of a system, right, where you would do a Facebook Live, and you would say, hey, I'm going to be talking about this tomorrow at such and such a time. And I'm going to talk about these things, and I'm going to give away a free gift card to anybody, anybody who shares my video and shares their email address. So you can kind of put requirements on it for your following. And then when you do the video, you can pick a lucky winner, and that lucky winner gets a gift card, right? And so what you're doing there is you're building a following. You're building like a trust. And you're getting your customers and your leads to interact with you, and that you're becoming a person of interest. That's not the best term, but you're becoming a person that they're interested in, and that they want to know more about, and they want to find out more. So that's an important way to do it. And again, Vic, in the course, he talks a lot through this, through the social siphon method, and then he also does it in some of his live trainings that we have. We have live trainings. We haven't had one in a while, but we usually have them like at least once a week. And so they'll be coming back online soon. All right, so display traffic media. This is whenever you have if you go on a website, and let's say you go on weather.com or CNN.com, but I always go to the weather one, right? So if you go on weather.com and you were just in Home Depot shopping for grills, or in Lowe's shopping for grills, and you looked at you shopped at Amazon for a grill, or you shopped on Home Depot for a grill. you will then get a display. A little, 2 by 2 inch picture of a grill, and it's an advertisement, right? That has to do with retargeting, but that's also when you see, if you go to a blog and you see all the different advertisements on a blog, that's where your display traffic media comes in, right? So you make a really good creative, it's called. You make a creative and it's an advertisement, gets people's attention, and they go to click on it. That's how you can use display traffic media. So that's what we're talking about when we talk about display traffic media. And then finally, we have pay-per-click traffic, pay-per-click traffic media. And this has to do with, this is also something where email solo ads come in. But ultimately what you're doing when you say pay-per-click, you are paying every time someone clicks on your link, every time someone clicks on the advertisement or the email, whatever it is they've gotten, that you're paying for that click. So you can go to a vendor and you can say, all right, I want to get 1,000 clicks on this particular advertisement, right? So if you look at, this is kind of how it breaks down. I'm gonna move this up here. So if you say, okay, well, I want 1,000 clicks at my, on my website, and I'll pay 10 cents per click. And I'm not going to try to do math here, but 10 cents per click, right? So then you have, let's say what you're trying to do is get people to opt into your email list, right? So for those people, so let's say you get 15%. So you say, let's say, well, we'll go 20%. So you get 200 people to opt in, okay? Now, your cost per click just went up, right? Because you were paying 10 cents for 1,000, but you only got 200. So it's really not, for a lead, you're paying more. And I'm not going to do the math, but you're paying more. And hopefully you can see that. So you're getting 200 people into your email list, and then you may get 10 people to buy, right? So when you go back to pay-per-click, each one of those clicks is 10 cents, and depending on how good your traffic is, that's where you find a really good pay-per-click vendor, and you do well with that person, and you are able to build a relationship, and then you can go back to him or her with different offers at different times. So those are the fast results traffic. What I'll do is, I think next time I will go over the strategic scale and domination mode, because like I said, I don't know as much about those, but this one, the automated traffic machine, that's the one that's really exciting, and that's the one that I can really help you with. But again, my name is Rich. I have a company called Elk Endeavors, but I work with 4%, and this traffic blueprint, you can download the blueprint using the links below, and also in my on my YouTube channel. And you download it, it's free. And then what that will do, when you download it, you'll get an offer for a course. Now, this blueprint is amazing. Oops. It's really awesome, but it's somewhat difficult. As you can see, like, I'm doing a mini training on this, and that's great, and hopefully that's very helpful. But it's not as helpful as the guy that created it, right? So Vick Strizheus, which is way here, right? This is the guy that knows everything about this blueprint because he created it. So my recommendation, if you like what I have to say and you learn from what I have to say, definitely check out the course. It's like $97, so it's really not that it's not cost prohibitive at all. And you can really knock it out of the park with this blueprint. So thank you very much for watching. I hope this was helpful, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video, which will come out maybe Monday, I think, and maybe over a weekend. We'll see. All right, thanks a lot. Have a wonderful day.